Oh, we have a ball in booth. Hello, everyone. The timing was inevitable. Great. We are live here from Pickleball PVA Tour Australia. Good one, JT. You got it, threw me off immediately. My name is Dylan Kimlin, sitting alongside me, Gordon Watson. We do have a gold medal here for the men's singles underway. And we've got Jason Taylor closest to camera, who's immediately kicked us off with some shenanigans. And he's up against Tom Evans. Gordo, this should be an absolute cracker. We've had some windy conditions to get us started, but thankfully, the sun's out.
Sun's out, and will the guns be out? That's what the big question will be, Dylan. Both of these boys are big guns. They've had some big wins already today. So I'm expecting a gold medal match, a final full of fireworks here. Both players bring a bit of energy. They bring a bit of pizzazz, and this should be an absolute spectacle.
Yeah, not wrong. And so we can see official Mark Taylor calling this one in the middle of the court. This will be an absolute screamer. I had the pleasure of watching Tom Evans and Joey Wild in the semi-final leading up to this, and wow, what a game that was. It was just crazy cat and mouse play style between them both. I think the wind has sort of settled down. It's been pretty hectic all morning, but yeah, I think Tom Evans is going to come out firing. Have you had the chance to cover any of or watch any of JT's games?
I've been watching as many matches as I could this morning, both female and male matches, and you know, like Tom Evans, the first time I saw him, I think I mentioned earlier, it was in Asia earlier this year in Phuket. His pickleball journey since then has just been epic. He's you know, made it to the round of 16 in the US PPA. Jason Taylor, he's a rising superstar in Australian pickleball. Nothing phases this guy at all, and he won't hold back in this final. And yeah, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. And Jason already today has beaten Andy Horridge and Mitch Hargraves just to get here.
That's crazy.
So, you know, like, he's already taken some huge scalps.
Yes. He's earned his spot.
Absolutely.
100%.
And look at him. He's just, you can't see him on camera at the moment, but yeah, full of beans. Here we go.
And Tom Evans straight on the net. This will be 3 games to 11, win by 2. Should we get to a third, the players will rotate at 6. Taylor closest to screen.
And going back behind there with the off forehand volley, Tom Evans, beautiful. I saw some of his matches earlier today, and just his court coverage, Dylan, is just unbelievable.
Yep. Yeah, Evans also has one of the hardest serves as well out of all of our players, so he does really utilise that in the singles format.
He really, like you say, he really rips it.
0-0.
As too does JT, as you can hear that grunt on that serve.
1-0.
Oh,
Point.
Just wide from Tom Evans.
And there's a bit of a different personality between both of these players too, Gordo. JT is always talking to himself, always firing himself up, whereas Tom's a bit more of a quiet and composed player.
Oh, I don't know about that, Dylan.
I was about to say, until he needs to fire.
Yes.
Whereas JT's constantly talking to himself.
Yeah, true. I've seen, Tom Evans, like, he really brings it and really brought it on that serve. This is such a great position where we're sitting. You can see the movement and that Tom's getting on that serve, that whip that he has. Especially perhaps
1-2.
personified in this wind.
Side out.
So 2-1 early on here in the first game.
Side out.
It's the men's gold medal match here in the Melbourne PPA Australia Championships. Powered by JOOLA.
1-2. Point.
And a point to Evans, so we're locked up at 2 apiece.
2-2.
Oh, what a beautiful passing shot from Tom Evans.
And that's the terrifying thing about Evans. He's so comfortable at the baseline. He is lethal, of course, when he has the opportunity at the kitchen line, but those driving shots are unreal.
Side out.
And he's really trying to mix it up on his serve as well, going down the centre and going down the line.
Great.
Oh, and a great 1-2 there from Jason Taylor.
And he let Tom know about it too. Terrific shot.
Three.
3-3. And just getting a little bit extra to get the unforced error from Tom Evans there.
4-3.
Oh, great back behind from Tom Evans. Forcing Taylor to the deck.
And that was very similar to the Wild v Evans game we saw earlier. There was just some crazy close angles. JT unfortunately slipping up in that instance.
Point.
I think these two love it.
Oh, they absolutely
they would be enjoying
love it.
themselves. Yeah.
JT almost got that back. And both of these boys have got absolutely nothing to lose going into this match.
5-4. Point.
Tom sneaking out
6-4.
to a 2-point lead.
Side out.
Couple of service errors here for Evans. Normally very proficient.
4-6.
Just goes to show they're absolutely going for everything. Oh, incredible play. Great attacking play from Tom Evans, but what reflexes from JT.
He has such a never say die attitude. He's like an Energizer bunny, just running non-stop.
5-6.
You know what I find fascinating about JT? Gordo, if we think about MLPA last season, he had a very unique play style, got very low to the ground, paddle up. Whereas now he's completely transformed his game.
Oh, his journey in the last. Oh, what a get! And just making Tom play that extra shot. But yeah, just going back to JT, his journey from the Auckland Open from earlier this year to now has been an incredible transformation.
Look at that whip on that serve. My goodness. Yeah, I mean, Supercoach Mike Newell always talks about JT's work ethic and just how he is continuously trying to improve, continuously better himself as a player. So I'm not at all surprised to hear of his improvement.
Point.
Well, and you follow him on social media, and he's always training or doing something to do with pickleball. So he really has embraced it. Because let's not forget, he's a genuine pro tennis player.
Yep.
Playing at the highest levels.
Ooh. That was close. A little bit too much oomph.
So the sun finally out here in Melbourne.
8-6.
8-6. Evans here in the first game of the men's
Timeout,
gold
receiver.
medal match.
Score is
So a
9-6.
timeout called by Jason Taylor. We might take a quick timeout and we'll be back with the resumption of this match right after this. So we're back here, both players just having their last little time, well, towel off. We're back for the PPA Australia Melbourne Championships. This is the gold medal match in the men's singles between Tom Evans,
Tom,
furthest
still got
from
2
camera,
timeouts remaining.
and Jason
Time back
Taylor,
in.
closest to
Score is
camera.
9-6.
Oh, ooh.
Side out.
So as you mentioned earlier, Dylan, earlier this year, I mean, Tom, let's face it, he's only been playing like 7
6-9.
months, but he's already made the last 16 in the PPA in the USA.
Yep.
And it really speaks volumes about just how incredible his talent is.
9-6.
Oh,
And look at that. That's a great example of it right there.
you know, it's interesting, Gordo, because of the recent announcement for the massive PPA event that's happening at the early next year. There were a lot of American viewers that wanted to see Tom Evans play because of that round of 16 result. And he takes game one. Terrific effort. Gentlemen paddle tap. They're going to have a bit of a breather. But on that train of thought, Gordo, like I do find that, yeah, the international viewers, they know of Tom Evans. So they definitely want to see him. And they're probably not at all surprised watching the stream right now of how well he's playing. For JT, a little bit of work to be done. Any major differences you saw in that particular game there, Gordo?
I think just you know, like when it comes down to it, just a few unforced errors really changed the I guess the complexion of that first game. Not terribly much in it, but Tom, when he's in full flight, you know, like he is just a phenomenal player. So I think what JT needs to do is perhaps try and mix it up a little here.
Yeah.
Tom seems to be winning that harder, faster game. I think if Jason can mix it up, whether it's with just taking some pace off some balls or mixing it up with a bit of slice, just changing that pace, especially in this wind, I think there may be an opportunity there for
0-0.
to create some unforced errors from Evans. So let's see.
And that's exactly what occurs. Immediately, straight off the bat, first points on board for JT.
Oh,
Side out.
and he almost got that.
Yes.
That's just crazy.
0-1. Side out.
And JT just firing himself up.
Oh, he loves it.
And Tom, that was a great serve from Tom because it was such a powerful serve that he got the short return from Jason, but he
1-0.
just misplaced on the third shot.
1-0.
Yeah, lovely
Right out.
attacking play from Tom.
And it's a bummer for JT too because he was there. It's just struck the paddle a little bit awkwardly.
0-1. Side out.
Service error.
Net just pushing it long.
1-0.
Nice change up from Jason. Change up of spin and placement there.
Are we watching tennis? Like, the service is so effective right now, especially in this strong
2-0.
wind.
That's so important. Oh, I think
Side out.
Jason may have just changed his mind there.
Yeah.
That wry little smile that he has on his face probably indicates exactly what we were thinking, Dylan.
0-2.
Pulled the trigger a little bit too early.
Oh,
Called wide. Challenge is there.
Side out.
Official Taylor confirming it was out.
Yep, Mark Taylor, our official referee for this match.
2-0.
Nice deep return from Evans. Yep, keep
Side out.
able to keep Taylor right back. So the good news is the sun is shining here at the Frankston Centenary Tennis Club.
Point. 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 Ball was good. Point.
And the referee just overruling that. So Evans on the scoreboard.
1-2. Side out.
Another service error. I have to say, Gordo, it's crazy how quickly the sun came out. Like for our viewers at home that may have caught a couple of the games earlier today, it was very dreary.
Oh, you're kidding me.
What
What
is
a
that?
shot from Tom Evans.
Absolute geometry from Evans. That was insane. What an angle.
That is literally threading the needle right there. Just superb cat and mouse play.
Ah. Well, unfortunately, we got Tom and Jason, not Tom and Jerry. But outrageous behaviour from Evans. Gets the service back.
1-2.
1 point game.
Side out.
That goes long. And just going back to what you were talking about before, the PPA event coming up in Australia at the end of January next year. So some of the best players from the PPA coming to Australia. That serve just wide.
Yeah, it's fair to say that the buzz is immense. I know a lot of the Australian locals are super keen to come on down to Melbourne as well to witness that. It'll be a historical event. Like, it's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be incredible. And I'm so hoping point to Evans, finding that spot right in the corner. Yeah, all of those American pickleball players who have always wanted to come to Australia, well, now's the perfect time.
Yes.
Come to Australia and play pickleball.
I will say to our international viewers that may be considering coming, it is the week before the Australian Open as well, a huge tennis event.
Yeah.
But also, if you are coming to Melbourne, Melbourne's renowned for having 4 seasons in one day. We did have that cooler weather earlier today, and now it's looks like you go down to the beach. Keeps us on our toes.
Oh.
Speaking of on our toes, JT with the reach, unable to get it back over.
But how's the net coverage from Tom Evans? Just superb. Both of these players are super athletic.
2-2.
Just agility plus.
Point.
Evans just retrieving the ball, taking the lead.
Can he close this
3-2.
game out in 2 straight games?
Oh,
Side out.
he nearly got his noggin in the way. JT. We got another great game on our court next to us here. Rose Van Reek, Yushay Hesh. Ladies battling it out for a bronze, I believe, Gordo.
They are indeed.
Flick of the wrist, that's a great shot.
That's a lovely shot from Evans. Yeah, so Van Reek, unfortunately, she went down to pay cow after being in front in that semi-final.
Wow.
So...
Oh, don't tell me we're having a pay summer gold medal.
It's a gold medal summer match, yes.
Oh, man. Haven't we heard that before, those two?
Yeah, you can challenge, but it was wide.
They took each other on in Gold Coast.
Side out. 2-3.
That's a great shot.
Point.
Jason Taylor just pumping himself up a little here. And that wind's still gusting.
I'm trying. I've got to wait for the receiver.
So, you know, it's one thing to
3-3.
get to a gold medal match, and it's quite another to have gotten through under the contesting conditions today.
Point.
And Jason Taylor, speaking of threading needles, that one down the line.
Yeah, perfection.
That'd be reminiscent of his tennis days without a doubt.
Oh, read it well, opted to let it go. Bounces in. And this game too is awfully close scored. Neither player able to get a real run going.
Three, four. Point.
And Evans tying things up at 4 apiece. As that wind, you can sort of see it in the trees. Well, we can see it in the trees. The viewers at home can't, but it's definitely a factor out there.
Yeah, and it's
4-4.
swirling. Very unpredictable, which I think makes it even harder for our players.
Jason firing himself up again. And I think that's why he's going for that sweeping serve there, Jason Taylor, just to use the wind to his advantage a
100%.
little.
5-4.
And just wide from Taylor.
Yeah, it's a real bummer there too for JT, considering he did have that passing shot opportunity. But the wind continues to be the difference right now. Those shots that would normally be in, just going wide.
4-5.
You just got to play a little bit more percentage when the conditions are a little bit like this. Can't afford to go for those lines like you would on a still day. Because the ball just does carry that little bit further, obviously, in the wind.
Point.
And Jason is on fire right now.
I was talking to Andy Horridge, who JT beat 11-3, 11-0 earlier today. Gordo, my goodness. Andy,
And that's no mean feat.
that he is one of the best singles players in Australia, so that's insane. But Andy said Jason is just, like today, he's just on another level. So playing out of his skin. And Tom Evans, easily number one male singles player in Australia. So for this game to be as close as it is, gives such a credit. We talked about the development of Jason Taylor and how he's continuing to improve. Clearly it's paying off.
Oh, absolutely. Like we talked about before, following him on Instagram, you get the real feeling of just how much he is invested into pickleball now. The training he does, the motivation, that, you know, like every living second seems to be pickleball right now with Jason Taylor, and like you say, it is paying dividends. So
it's funny you mentioned that, Gordo. I reckon to our viewers at home, how many of you watching have been, you could relate to that every second is pickleball? I think we all suffer from that, mate. Our players have re-entered the court and we get started once more. JT, ball in hand, enjoying a 2-point lead.
lovely deep return from Evans. Oh, and that was such a lovely third shot drop from Jason Taylor. Really opened the door and allowed him to really crush the net and forced Evans into that unforced error, pushing it wide. Great play from JT.
7-4.
Oh, Joe. Just wide. I think JT was wishful thinking then, Dylan. Trying to convince the referee otherwise.
I love it. I like it. Ask the question. Official Taylor, not at all swayed.
There's no swaying him. I think he's one of the best referees in the business is Mark Taylor, our head referee. They're not related.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
There's no conflict of interest.
And the gentleman getting a bit lippy here. I'm all about it. The fellas firing themselves up, ever present is JT.
That smile, it's almost like... Oh, nice back behind from Tom Evans. He is playing it cool right now. Trying to keep that level head, that composure.
Tom has so many shots in his arsenal for the singles game. Like, he's unpredictable. You never really... Like, you know he's going to do the big serve, and that's probably it for his game. He just can pull so many shots out.
7-5.
One thing that will be concerning, even for Tom at this point, is he's missed a couple of serves now. So
yes,
there's 3 serves at critical times, and that one just not coming back in. So
yeah, and it always has been an element of Evans' game in that he plays complete risk or reward.
5-7.
It's either going to be a great shot or it's a...
and how's that?
Yeah, that's case in point.
That's exactly right. You hit the nail on the head, Dylan. Went for everything on that serve. You could see the shape that he got.
6-7.
And it's back to 6-7.
Side out.
Oh, and just catching the net. So we've got a real arm wrestle here. It's game 2 in this gold medal match of the men's singles here at the PPA Australia Melbourne Championships. Oh, what a shot from Taylor.
Yeah, JT with the reach, and that'll fire him up. Unreal shot down the left side.
The crowd's starting to build around the court now.
8-6.
Partly because the sun's out as well, I think.
Yeah.
Conditions are much more favourable for viewing. And Kiali, one of our organisers, has brought onto court the trophy that's up for grabs here for the winner of this match. The PPA Australia Melbourne Championship trophy. It's a beauty.
8-6.
Oh, and that ball just coming into the commentary box. Can Taylor force it to a third and deciding
6-8.
game? Can Evans close this out here? And that's a great strong serve from Evans.
Yeah, that was really kicking down the right side.
7-8.
Followed up by an error.
Yeah.
It's pure feast or famine with Tom Evans and his service. He either at a high percentage gets a point off of it or results in a turnover.
Oh, and just long. Even though Taylor lost that point, I like the way he mixed up his serve there. He took a heap of pace off that and served it short and almost got the pop-up from Evans.
7-8.
Oh, he had the chance again.
And Taylor ruining the opportunity or not being able to pounce on that opportunity. And Evans now
8-8.
just 3 points away from a gold medal and the Melbourne Championship.
And we have a service error.
8-8.
Like you say, there's that swinging serve from Taylor.
Oof.
But no amount of swing was going to bring that ball back into court. So Evans, another chance here.
Timeout, receiver.
And a timeout call. We might take a quick timeout and be back with more action right after this. We're back here live at the PPA Australia Melbourne Championship. It's 8 apiece here in the second game. It's the men's singles final gold medal match here at the Frankston Centenary Tennis Club, powered by JOOLA.
8-8.
8 apiece. And that is a side out. And there's been a couple of opportunities like that, Dylan, that have just gone astray for Taylor. Is that going to be the difference?
Well, we saw it in the bronze medal game just before this one for our viewers at home. The difference between Kenta and Joey, Kenta took the medal in the end, was unforced errors. Kenta just played a lot more of a consistent play style and it worked in his favour. So I think, to answer your question, yes, Gordo. JT, however, has it back. He can force a game 3.
8-9.
Playing to 11.
He needs to produce something right here. And he needs something. Just Evans is just just a little bit consistent on court, but a little inconsistent on his serve. So it's a real battle here.
Yeah.
It's fair to say when Evans' serves go in,
9-8.
he is winning the points. Oh, and he didn't miss by much. That would have been a showstopper from Evans.
8-9.
Down the centre. I love how Taylor is mixing his serve up. So it's like the serving of both players. It's like two stories, two different stories right now.
9-9.
I've noticed in the last two transitions just there, Gordo, Taylor is opting to try and jam Evans up.
Yeah.
2 drives straight to the belly.
I was just making that same observation. He's going right at Evans.
Fault.
Kitchen fault.
Side out.
Oh, so just a little
Yeah,
foot
Evans.
in the kitchen.
No, I think his paddle landed in
Ah.
after the swing. So for our viewers that
9-9.
may still be learning the rules of pickleball, if you hit the ball on the full and your paddle falls into the
Side out.
kitchen, it is considered a kitchen fault. Didn't matter, we have an immediate side out.
I know, and, like as we're talking about service errors, and then Jason has also produced one.
9-9.
9-9, second game.
Point.
And
That's
now it's
Stevens.
10-9, so it's gold medal point here for Tom Evans.
10-9.
And
Side out.
a point saved from Jason Taylor. What can he do here? Can he take this to a...
9-10.
Oh, and it's in. Oh, that won't swing back though.
Yeah, he pushed his luck a little bit on the second one.
So Evans, a second match point now. I wonder if he'll take a little bit off here just to get it in. And that's just gone wide. So that's 2 match points defended by Jason Taylor.
And one thing we do have to say about JT, a lot of players, while defending a gold medal point, that pressure would play a part. I don't think pressure's not even a word that Taylor would know.
9-10.
Well, yeah, I think, Jason's one of those players who you could throw into any situation and he would just perform.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't think facing gold medal points or or even, you know, if he was in the position where he was serving for the match, I don't think that would change the way he plays. Whereas other players, you know, they are affected by those big match moments.
Yeah, well, it's nerve-wracking, right? Like, especially when you've got a medal on the line. JT knows very well that he's going up against someone of the caliber of Evans. But he's also aware of the, I guess, if he can knock Evans off the pedestal, how big that is for him too. So I also think JT would be loving it. He's like, yep, I have a chance here, I can take this. But definitely fair to say the pressure is on.
Tom's still got one timeout.
Whether JT can
Time
climb
back
this
in.
hurdle.
Score is 9-10.
9-10, let's continue.
And Evans covers
Side out.
the court and now has a chance to serve for the match for a third time. Is it third time lucky here for Evans? Slice return. And that was a ball of millimetres, Dylan.
Yeah, Evans went for the Hail Mary. JT survives again. Big breath.
What can he do here? Jason just getting the hurry up from the referee.
9-10.
9-10.
See. Point.
And now it's 10 apiece.
He's done so well here. Multiple strikes down the left side towards Evans, trying to keep him off of his balance, I suppose. Ended up getting the result he wants. Brave person to take on Tom Evans' double and a backhand, but worked in his favour, tied game.
Oh. Side out.
And side out, foot fault from Taylor.
I definitely think the strategy for Taylor at the moment is aiming down that left side. Seen it multiple times now.
10-10.
And just wide.
Side out.
Evans giving absolutely everything. As too is Taylor.
How good is this from JT? Like, he has stood the test, managed to tie things up.
10-10.
Great deep serve from Taylor. Oh, and almost the ATP from Taylor.
That would have been a JTP, Gordo. Unfortunately, side out. Evans will bring it in once more. I think if Jason managed to land that shot,
Wow.
we may have had to quickly mute the microphones from the amount of shouting we would have received from court.
10-10.
He would have been fired up, that's for sure.
Oh, great play from Evans. Really closed in on that volley. For a second there, I thought he was going to let it bounce, but then he absolutely nailed it.
Yep.
That's what he needs to do. He's really got to force the issue now. I think on a few previous serves, he's just taken a little bit off. He's just got to go for it here.
11-10.
Match point. Oh, and Taylor just will not lie down.
That was a smart shot. He really took the pace off that ball down the right side. Might have caught Evans off guard a little bit, and as a result, side out once more.
And Evans changed up his serve there. He
Yeah.
went for that sweep instead of that power serve. So
10-11. Point.
and Jason Taylor really talking himself up there. That is sick, I think he said, Dylan. And it pretty much was. That was a beautiful dipping third from Jason Taylor.
11-11.
11-11. Game 2 here. Jason Taylor needs to win this to take it to a third. And with that, he is just 1 point away from doing so.
Incredible.
Timeout.
And a timeout called here. We might take a timeout, Dylan, and we'll be back with the conclusion of this game right after this. Yeah, Melbourne Championships. It's men's singles action. It's game 2. Jason Taylor serving for the game. Oh, Evans.
Timeout.
He's just like a panther around the court, Dylan.
Oh, and Taylor had his chance. That's the crazy thing about it. He had definitely had a sniff to put that one away, but you mentioned it, like Tom Evans just...
He's got to try and find something here, Evans.
Point.
And that locks things up at 12 apiece.
How high can we go? 2-point pickleball. First player to get 2-point lead will secure the game.
Or the match if it's Evans. And with that, he brings up another match point. Will it be 5th time lucky for Evans?
How quickly does it change, right? Just mere minutes ago, JT had an opportunity to lock this one up, and now he's defending a gold medal.
Exactly.
13-12.
Great deep serve from Evans.
Side out.
And Evans just struggling to find that winner to give him the gold medal.
Point.
And Jason Taylor levels things up. It's 13 apiece now. This is game 2. It's do or die for Jason Taylor. For Tom Evans, he's just 2 points away from a gold medal.
Point.
And Jason Taylor now brings up his 2nd game point.
This is incredible.
It's
just such a bounce-back game. The fellas...
It's a real test.
13.
And it's just wide. And that is the game to Jason Taylor. 15-13. He has taken game 2. We're going to a game 3, Dylan.
Oh, my goodness.
This could go any way now. You get the feeling that Jason, even though he faced 5 match points in that game, you get the feeling that in his head, if he can get past and win this game, I can win this.
That's right.
And we are in for an absolute cracker of a 3rd game here, Dylan.
It's what I was saying in game 2, that I don't think Jason knows what the word pressure is. Like he just dug it out, and in the end, he got the result he was looking for. For Tom Evans, I actually think, now the mind games start to play for him.
Absolutely. When you're in that match situation, you've served for the match 5 times, and your opponent has defended those points and then gone on to win the match. It does. It's almost like playing 2 people out there now.
Yes.
For Tom Evans. You're playing against yourself and you're playing against Jason Taylor. So this could be a very interesting game 3.
Yeah, and we do have to make it known to our viewers at home that as it is a game 3, the gentlemen will swap at 6. So the wind as well is going to be a constant factor. It did die down a little bit in that game too, and as a result, I think the gentlemen played with a little bit more freedom. But yeah, we're going to see what happens here. This is a very interesting one. I think momentum is definitely on the side of JT. Tom Evans with ball in hand, though.
And I think if anything here, I think Tom just backed off slightly in that 2nd game. I think he's just got to go for it now. He's just got to lay it all on the line now and just go for it.
1-0. Point.
Exactly like that.
What a start for Evans in such a close-knit battle thus far.
2-0.
Ooh.
Side out.
Has JT started speaking Spanish to himself?
I think he is.
Fair enough, whatever works.
He's bilingual, at least.
0-2.
Great drive.
Point.
And that goes back to what you were saying before, and that successful strategy for Taylor was going straight at Evans.
Yep.
1-2.
You know, really cramping him up.
Well, Evans has so much success when he has a bit of room to move. He has an outrageous long reach on both his forehand and double-handed backhand side. So I can understand the logic of JT of trying to aim at the belly button. Just really not as much to work with as Tom Evans would like. 1 point game.
2-1.
Evans to bring it in once more.
Oh, a lovely drive from Evans. Just a classic forehand clout there from Evans.
3-1.
3-1.
Point.
Tom can do it too, apparently. Drive straight at JT.
He sure can. He's taken a leaf straight out of the JT playbook.
4-1.
Taylor's got a big smile on his face. Well read.
And a lovely spot from JT. So a nice lead here for Evans. Can he ride this wave home?
I wouldn't be counting Taylor out. Considering how much he dug deep in the last game.
Exactly.
1-4.
So the ball from the women's final just coming into the commentary box.
Ball was good. Side out.
Yeah, ladies wanting to see what the fellas are up to. Geez, what a game that would be. Some bell of honour, pay cow.
I know, absolute class wherever you look, whichever court you look on.
Side out.
Just unbelievable talent everywhere.
Those two have got a fierce rivalry. They've versed each other in that many events thus far, Gordo.
Delabonna and Cow.
Yeah. Great shot.
And that's a lovely passing shot from Jason Taylor. That brings a smile to his face.
Two,
2-4. There's that swinging, slicing serve, but Evans
Side out.
quick to read the pattern on that play and shutting it down fast.
Yeah. Swatted away with ease.
What can Evans do here? He would dearly love to get some cheap points here,
Side out.
but that serve just going long. I like that he's not backing off now, Dylan,
Yeah.
2-4.
even though that serve went long.
Ball was wide. Ball was wide. Too close for me. Too close for me to overrule.
There's no way that was right.
Too close for me to overrule it.
So it's called wide. We have a discussion here regarding both the Taylors, official and player.
Side out. Score is 4-2. Point.
And I do wonder, I would expect a timeout here from JT. He's
So
obviously
5-2.
a little bit rattled by that discussion.
5-2. 5-2. Side out.
And some chat from Jason. Just saying, well, not saying to Tom, but just letting
Yeah.
Tom know, yeah, go for me, go for me.
2-5.
So JT just winning that battle.
That's a great shot.
And that's a lovely angle from Jason Taylor.
Terrific shot. I think on the opposing side, Tom almost seems to get calmer when his opposition fires.
Mm.
He looks very comfortable out there at the moment.
Oh, great play from Jason Taylor. That was a great rally by both players, really moving each other around the court.
And it was all set up from that drive towards Evans once more.
And just Evans, just wasn't able to hit that knockout blow and it just let the door open for Taylor to come back.
4-5.
And it's 4-5.
Side out.
It's real nail-biting stuff now. This is the third and deciding game in the men's gold medal match here of the singles at the Melbourne Championships, PPA Australia. Oh, and just wide by Evans.
Side out.
And Jason Taylor just being a bit quirky with the referee. I would back off that strategy.
Point.
Well, I did have a chat to official Taylor, and I'll finish this train of thought after this serve.
Point.
I asked the question as JT or
And
Taylor.
we-
Score is 6-5.
Oh, sorry,
So
Dylan.
now we have a rotation of sides. This gives a good time for this discussion point. I did ask Mark Taylor, our official, as Jason Taylor, the player, is wearing a yellow T-shirt. So I asked the question to official Taylor, like, what is the ruling here? To which he responded, because typically with uniform policy, you're not supposed to wear a coloured T-shirt that is similar to the ball.
Yeah.
To which official Taylor said if Tom Evans was to make a complaint, it would then go to the tournament director, who would then make a decision on such things. Tom doesn't seem fazed by it.
No, well, he seems to be seeing the ball really well, if anything. So,
Yeah.
although for the first time in the match now, he is in a trailing position.
Yes.
So he won the first game, lost the second in a tiebreaker, 15-13, and now we're swapping ends with Jason Taylor in front 6-5. So the psychology here now is in a position where both players are now in different positions to where they were previously.
6-5.
So can Evans find something and dig deep here? And can Taylor lead from the front? We'll soon find out. It's all on the line here, regardless. It's for the gold
5-6.
medal.
Side out.
So Taylor.
6-5.
Service error. Question's been asked, confirmed out.
Side out.
Just going for a little bit extra there, Taylor.
5-6.
And Evans too. So both players really pushing the limits here. One gets the feeling if Taylor can open up a 2 or 3 point lead, he's going to be very hard to stop.
Side out.
Evans needs to get some points here, I think. There's
5-6.
sort of a hush that's fallen over the crowd, Dylan.
It's tense. And that stings for JT. But you are right. For our viewers at home, there are quite a few people on the right side of the screen watching this game. And yeah, it's tense is the right word for it. It's everyone's just holding with bated breath. That's a couple of errors there that we've seen, Gordo, from Evans with that drop shot to the left side. Seems that JT is really trying to push him out wide. It's working in his favour.
6-6.
Oh, and Evans, he had it, but he thought he'd let it go, but it's fallen in, and it's Taylor edging his way into the lead here. 7-6 in game 3. This is a real battle now. One gets the feeling this is the start. of a rivalry between these two.
Well, I've got a lot of comfortability, I suppose, and familiarity playing together in the past. But yeah, I'd like to see these two go toe-to-toe in future events to come, Gordo. It's entertaining, and unfortunately, another service error for Tom.
Tom, yeah. I think he's going to look back, you know, whether he wins or not, you know, like he's going to look back on this match and just, yeah, count the service errors, unfortunately. Oh, great play from Evans. And now he's fired up. Is this the start of a comeback from Evans?
Yeah, I kind of like it. I think Tom has been a bit too chill, considering JT's been very verbal throughout this entire game.
Completely. And this is when Evans plays his best, is when he fires. Can he find that fire in the belly? Oh, that was... That's the Evans I like to see. Even though he didn't make that shot, forcing that, you know, that volley and putting the pressure on his opponent, that's the shot that can win him this match.
7-6. Yes, that's 6. Point.
So many unforced errors here for Evans, and we got a timeout as a result.
Yeah.
I don't know, Gordo. I think we've got shaky ground here.
It's a real arm wrestle, and now JT, even though it's only 8-6, it's the biggest lead of the match for him.
Yeah.
And for me, because he's been behind, this is big for him, and I have a feeling he's got the momentum here. And Tom, he just has to find something, otherwise this match is going to disintegrate before his eyes.
I have seen in the past Tom Evans find that extra gear, and he can just fire. This is the time.
Absolutely.
JT has all the momentum. He's clearly pumped up. If he continues this way, like unfortunately for Tom Evans, we've just seen multiple service errors over and over again.
How does he approach that going into the last 4 points? What could be, you know, or 6 points from his point of view, or sorry, 5 points from his point of view. What does he say to himself with that, knowing that his service is on and off? Does he back off a little and just nurse it in, or does he just go for it? It's
for me, you can't win the rally if the ball's not in.
Jason, 2 timeouts remaining.
We'll find out how it goes. Let us continue. Game 3, gold medal.
Side out.
And again, you know, Jason Taylor had the open court there, but chose to go again down the backhand side. So, like you pointed out earlier, Dylan, there's a clear strategy from Taylor to attack that backhand side of Evans.
Next side.
That was just an unbelievable get from Taylor. And a little bit of frustration there coming from Tom Evans. And that's the first time we've seen that.
Well, that drive from JT, the first drive from Tom Evans was insane. But the fact that JT was able to get it back effectively was equally as impressive. Oh, goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Tom Evans.
Taylor nearly pulled off the highlight play of the tournament. I think he's in the flow state, Gordo. Taylor just seems to be seeing the ball very easily right now.
Don't discount Tom Evans, though.
That's a great shot.
And that's a beautiful shot. Literally found the line there, and that's exactly what Tom needs. He's closed to within 1. This is a real timeout. We might take a quick timeout as well, and we'll be back with the conclusion of this match right after this. And welcome back to PPA Australia. It's the Melbourne Championship. Tom Evans just finding himself down for the first time in the match. But he's leveled back up now. It's 8 apiece. Game 3
8-8.
in the Melbourne Championship.
Side out.
And the serve just going wide. It's another service error from Tom Evans. 8-8. Oh my God, indeed. You could hear that come from Jason Taylor's lips. He just made the passing shot of the day. What an incredible shot there from Jason Taylor. And he is all of a sudden 2 points away from a gold medal.
Simply incredible.
And he's got the roll, and that brings up
Time out to the receiver. Score is 10-8.
a gold medal point. Let's talk about this, Dylan. This has to be one of the most incredible comebacks I've ever seen.
Yeah, you know, considering that game too, it's fair to say Evans could have locked it all up. He just had the chance. JT managed to come back, take that game 2 victory, and now that shot there, that passing shot was insane. And then to follow it up, you know, the Yola net was kind to him.
Oh, Yola, well powered by Yola. This event here, these Melbourne Championships, but you've got to hand it to both players. They've both left nothing. They've put it all on the court, and they've just given us absolutely everything. Tom Evans just getting some off-court motivation from his mate, Zach Grabovic off court there. What Zach just gave to Tom, I'm not quite sure, but it's all of a sudden gold medal point here for Jason Taylor.
Time back in. Score is 10-8.
And there it is. Jason Taylor in what has to be one of the most incredible comebacks in PPA Australia history. He has literally lifted himself off the deck from game 2, fending off 5 match points to win here in 3 games, 11-8 in the final game. What an incredible match, Dylan.
That was insane. Like, for JT to come back like that, I think it just goes to show the level of character he has. Like, he doesn't give up. And that is purely what this game is all about. As you can see, JT's having a big old cuddle in the middle of the court with Kyle Watnell. Yeah, I mean, well deserved.
Oh, absolutely well deserved. And that cuddle with Kyle just then really sums up just how important this is in Jason Taylor's journey.
Yep.
You know, he's given himself a timeline to reach the top, or to reach, and we've just witnessed it. He's reached the top, and that's an incredible victory from Jason Taylor. And just going back to the point you made, he didn't seem affected by the gravity of the moment, and he just played regardless of whether it was match point or whether he was fending off a match point.
I do wonder whether this will really fire JT up going forward. This might be the springboard he needs.
Oh,
You know, I think, obviously, I'm assuming he'll be playing men's and mixed as well. And we did see in Vietnam, he played with Tadpole in the mix, for instance. They were also a fiery team.
well, and they made it to the semi-finals. So, and, you know, I think Vietnam was almost like a warning sign, not a warning sign, but a taste of what could come with Jason Taylor.
That's right.
And today we've seen it. He's taken the gold medal in the men's singles here in what can only be described as trying conditions. Like, every factor you could imagine has been factored into this match. It's been so windy, the barriers were taken down, and he's come through a really strong field.
Yes.
And take nothing away from Jason Taylor. And Tom Evans, what an incredible performance from him as well to make the gold medal here in the PPA. It's a fantastic PPA Australia. It's just a fantastic effort from both players.
Yeah, I imagine Tom's probably going to reflect upon this game later on, and he did have that opportunity to put it away. But just goes to show with the calibre of players we have on our courts that you need to put it away. You can't slack off at all, because clearly, as shown, the opportunity to be a snatch for me. But, Gordo, that'll do it for our PPA events for today. We have
what a
our
match.
MLPA events coming up as well. To all of our viewers at home, they'll probably kickstart in the next hour or so. Should be a lot of fun. Dylan Kimlin, Gordon Watson, watching this crazy game. I think we can have a bit of a breather, mate.
Oh, what a pleasure.
Yeah. We look forward to seeing you very soon, following all of the MLPA footage coming live this afternoon, live here from Melbourne. It's been a great time thus far. We hope you're enjoying it too, and we'll see you soon.